Hey, everybody. I have a fantastic story for you from a fellow nuclear advocate, Xeon Lights, about Greenpeace. So, if you'd like to hear a nuclear story about Greenpeace, this one's for you.
So
Please.
Greenpeace are one of the most active anti-nuclear organizations. They're really, across Europe, they're really prominent. They're really active. They turn up at all events. I went to the shutdown to commemorate the shutdown of the last reactor in Germany. They were there with this huge dinosaur, paper mache dinosaur with a sun representing solar, like stabbing the dinosaur, and they were saying the dinosaurs dead, nuclear's dead, they were celebrating. So they're really active. So we decided to protest them, and we went down to their offices in Islington in London, very fancy area. And we went dressed as chimney sweeps because our message was we want Greenpeace to clean up their act. But what I found really interesting was that we genuinely wanted to have a conversation. And yes, we were dressed as like we were from Mary Poppins, but we have all the facts. We wanted to have a conversation. But when we got there, they locked the doors and wouldn't let us in, and were like hiding behind the glass. So we were just stood there, filming it just on a phone. So we started cleaning with the with the sweet, started cleaning the window, singing, chim chimney, chim chim. Will you stop protesting nuclear energy? And they wouldn't come, they wouldn't come out. So we were kind of Greenpeace. We thought you like protesters. And we dumped some fake coal on their doorstep just to say, if you protest nuclear, you end up with more fossil fuels. Eventually, we did manage to speak to someone, not because they came outside, but because they had a little bike shed next door and people were cycling in and out of work. So one of their main employees, I can't remember how high up she was, but she was like fairly high up. She kind of cycled in, but she didn't come out. So we were stood there sort of, is she hiding? Basically, she was hiding. So we went and said, look, we're not scary. We're like you. We care about the planet. Can we talk? And we just asked her, don't you think, do you think this organization should stop protesting clean energy? We're not saying that you should back it and promote it, but do you think maybe you should stop? And she claimed that she didn't know anything about Greenpeace being anti-nuclear or that they do any anti-nuclear advocacy, but that she would go away and read up on it and have a think about it. And she did agree to circulate a letter from us among her employees, which we then went away and wrote and sent in to them just to try and start a conversation. But yeah, it was quite a funny experience, especially because if you look at their communication around nuclear, it's very aggressive. It's very, it's very powerful. But if you go to their doorstep, they will lock the door.
Yeah, that sounds very familiar. I know here in the United States, a group called the Union of Concerned Scientists have also promoted misinformation about nuclear energy on their website, and that was very troubling for me. A bunch of PhDs promoting misinformation about science. That could be a problem. And so I thought that was a great story, especially with Greenpeace. I remember when I was a boy, I loved Greenpeace, Save the Whales. That was something that my family and I were very much into. So I appreciate the story. Xeon Lights, thank you for sharing it.